So for today's episode, we got a special guest coming on, Ethan. He's done some of my tattoos in the past. This guy's legendary in my opinion, does some of the best artwork I've ever seen out there. He's done a chest piece that's, to me, by far my favorite piece so far. He's working on a few other pieces. I can't wait to sit down with this guy and just kind of have an honest conversation about everything. I want to know where he's come from, what his childhood was like, what the transition was from middle school to high school to now, where he started, where he is now, and just pretty much let the audience out there know his side of the story, and everybody that doesn't know him gets a chance to know him. I know you guys are pretty pumped up about this interview that we're about to do. Is there anything specific that you guys can't wait to ask him or you can't wait to find out?
I mean, I heard Ethan was like a really big UFC fan, so I can't wait to get into all that, let alone his whole tattooing story. Me personally, I have a bunch of tattoos, so I would really like getting an insider's point of view from it, so I'm excited for sure.
Yeah, me personally, I can't wait to get a chance to meet him. Elvis did show me his Instagram. I saw a lot of great content, got a lot of great stuff. You know, it's really, really good, man.
It's never any content, man, for sure.
Yeah, his IG is insane. I do think he's here, so if we can bring him on, let's get it started. Yeah, I think he just arrived to the show too, so let's get him in here, guys.
Heck yeah.
Oh,
Let's go. Let's go, Ethan.
Welcome,
baby.
welcome.
Welcome.
What's good, boys?
how you feeling? You feeling all right?
Chilling?
Chilling, looking good. Beard
Always.
on fleek.
God, man, if I had a beard, I'd almost do like a beard challenge with all you guys, because you guys have these insane beards, and I just feel like...
You said you guys, you and Neon. I don't know.
Yeah, I got some work to do. I have work to do.
Yeah, Neon.
Don't grow it. Thing is, it's like I'll look at my dad, and my dad doesn't really have a beard, so I know my shit's never gonna really grow. Like I know this is as good as it gets.
My dad can't go shit either, though.
For real?
Yeah, nothing. Bro.
Oh, so
Where the
then
hell did you get yours from, bro? That's the meanest beard I've seen.
Matt, I just thought about it and it just popped up. The minute that I couldn't grow a beard ever, though, my shit was always scraggly, and then the minute I started losing on top, it just filled in. You just have to leave it past the point of like it gets real rowdy, and you just like keep leaving it, and it just gets fuller and fuller.
So you have to kind of go through a point where it
yeah,
doesn't look good.
Just homeless for a while, yeah.
I feel that. That's how it is whenever you grow your hair out. There's a point where you look like a crackhead. No offense to any crackheads, but I'm saying you just look crazy, bro.
well, we're gonna lose all of our crackhead followers now, bro. You gotta
fault.
show some respect to all the crackheads out there. Look, we support you. Keep doing your thing.
Keep up the
Click
great
the
work.
follow button.
Keep
don't,
running the
Don't
streets.
triple click it. Make sure it's just one click. Slow down a little bit. I don't know what kind of crack you're on, but
I know it's twitchy, but keep it there, man, please.
But I mean, clearly you have a lot of tattoos on you. You're in love with. You're passionate about tattooing. When is the first time you got your first tattoo? At what age?
17, bro, and there was nothing special. Like, I kind of just rushed into it because I just knew I wanted something. Like, I got a big koi fish on my arm, which is like everybody got a koi fish. You know what I mean?
Right.
Including you.
I do that.
Ahmed has a koi fish.
Yeah,
All three of us have one?
yeah.
Come on, E.
Yeah, I
Fucking
guess I gotta get one
Eskimo
now.
brothers, dude. But yeah, I mean, the first like 5 years of getting tattooed, I don't really like any of those tattoos because I was just rushing to put shit on me. You know what I'm saying?
Where was the koi fish?
It's this whole arm, the whole outside.
You don't like it?
I mean, I like it, but like, I don't have any body part that's just open anymore.
Oh,
Like,
you
I
wish
wish
you had some room.
I wish
for
I
it.
had at least one body part that I could just do like a cohesive sleeve. You know what I mean?
With how many like tattoos do you know off the top of your head how many you have right now?
No idea, bro.
20, 30 at least, you'd say?
More than that, yeah. Just on this leg. 'Cause
With you having so many, is every piece still super meaningful, or would you be the type where it's like you get drunk with your buddies and it's like y'all do a dare and you'd be willing to almost let them like ink a little piece on you as a dare because it gets to a point where it doesn't really mean as much?
Yeah, I mean, I never went for like anything meaningful. The only thing meaningful ones is like for my daughter, really. Like, I didn't get meaningful stuff until I had a kid. Before that, it was just kind of gibberish, bro. Like, I guess I don't have much respect for my body, you know what I'm saying? Because I would get anything. Like, most of it is me being an apprentice, just sitting around and like letting anyone tattoo me. You know what I mean? Because I just kind of knew I wanted a bunch. So I just kind of let whoever do it. So that's why I have a mix of styles, bro. I have everything on me.
So I heard you have a newborn son, so do you have any ideas for that?
I mean, I got my 3-year-old on my one hand, so I'm just kind of waiting until he's the same age to get my other hand.
You're gonna get like a picture.
Yeah, a little duo, dude.
That's hard.
Damn, that is
That's
badass.
hard.
Could you show this camera that way they could see? Because that's a badass piece.
Yeah, it's sick. My boy Chris, that's at my same shop, did it. And Ivan hopped on it too.
Ivan hopped on that
Yeah,
one?
because man, and I treat my tattoos like shit, bro. Like I really don't heal them well. So Chris did it once, and it all fell off. Chris did it again, it all fell off, and then Ivan did it, and half of it fell off because,
What is it about a hand tattoo that falls off so easily?
I mean, you're putting it in your pocket, bro. I'm wearing gloves tattooing, so like it's just getting washed, it's getting hand sanitized, it's going in and out of my pocket. Like the first time Chris did it, the next day I was on a boat fishing. You know what I mean? Like I just don't take care of them.
Do you have any advice for like actually taking care of them like the proper way?
I mean, just keep it clean, bro, and just care less. Like the people that moisturize and moisturize and moisturize, and like are constantly washing it and shit. Like you're just giving it more chances to fuck up. So like, I mean, like now at this point, I've kind of mastered where I just wash in the shower and I just leave it.
Right.
Just let it do its thing.
I
You know
know
what I mean?
some people try to like put lotion on it and like they'll do
Yeah, I mean, I
all this
will
stuff.
like if it's like getting super dry. You know what I mean? But the best ones that I've healed, I just kind of forgot about.
Right.
Like I'm healing my back right now. I don't even think I've washed it since I got it.
That's how.
Whoa, shit.
I just like shower like normal and just
Oh,
like I
right,
just kind of
right.
leave them alone. Yeah,
you
but
let it-
I haven't like soaped it or anything. I just kind of leave it alone.
You let it like organically heal.
Yeah, because
kinda
I mean,
the
your
best way.
body knows what it's doing. You know what I mean? And every time you're washing it, dude, you're washing good bacteria, as long as bad bacteria. Like it's gonna prolong the healing if you're just keeping it too clean, because your body's trying to close up. You know what I mean?
That makes
Now
sense.
tell me if you like health repercussions with tattoos. Do you know of any that like
Of what?
could hinder your health? Like tattoos.
I
know
mean,
some
I-
people say it's like bad for you.
I mean, I always thought it was bullshit, bro. But like, as I've kind of filled my body up, like I don't know if I feel it like that, because you're putting minerals in your body.
Right.
Tattoo ink is like metal. You know what I mean? So a lot of people have told me to like kind of like detox from metals. I don't know if it actually affects you, because I know a lot of tattooed people, but it could. And infections can get pretty gnarly, dude.
And that's terrifying. I don't know if I've never had an infection on a tattoo, but that's
Like I've had some gnarly infections to where like I did like 8 rounds of antibiotics in 1 year.
shit, man.
Because my immune system was just in the shitter, and every time I get tattooed, it'd blow up, and I'd get like cellulitis, and then like it'd be like an infection.
What
dude.
about
Yeah.
when you did your like the top of your head and stuff like that? Did you take into consideration like that it might be dangerous, or
No.
because you know like they say when you're getting a tattoo like all the blood rushes there? Did you ever get lightheaded or?
I mean, you get dizzy for sure. It's
Really?
more like the vibration. Like when you're getting your head tattooed, your eyes are kind of shaking.
Wow.
Like the whole time, and like obviously it's like a constant headache. So like, but I mean, my heads were probably one of my easiest ones. I think you probably just excited you're getting your head tattooed.
Was that exciting? Or I guess could you walk us through
Like
how all
the-
that went? Well, I guess like when for your first piece, by the way, which one was the first
The
piece
big
that
old
you?
fish on the side of my head.
And so you just went right in with the big piece, right?
Yeah, and I still not even finished, bro. I'm like halfway through it, and it was like 3-4 years ago.
Damn,
And I'm like,
that's
eh,
insane.
it'll be all right.
And what made you one day you just said you wanted to get a piece there, or
Yeah, I mean, like once I started like making like enough money and like the tattooing was like working out, you know what I mean? Like I was kind of waiting to like know that I never really needed a job again. And that's kind of why tattoo artists and like people in my industry get this many tattoos, because it kind of locks you in to where like I can't really do anything else.
well,
You know?
not only does it lock you in, but I also feel like if I'm getting a tattoo, I want my tattoo artist to look fucking sick. You know what I mean?
Like you want
if
them to
I
be covered
yeah.
and used to it. But I mean, half the boys at my shop don't even have tattoos. Bro.
Yeah.
Like Ivan, even he has compared to me, he has just as many as you. And like the dude that owns our shop, the goat Ricky, like he has 1 tattoo on his calf. You know what I mean?
and
That's
he's
wild.
the goat. Like,
Yeah, and it's just like, I mean, most of us are just bitches, but like it just hurts.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a lot of people just don't do it because it hurts. Is the reality.
What is the most painful spot? Like people say, I've heard, right, the rib cage. I've heard the calf could get pretty bad. What would you say is like when you've tattooed people, once you know it's like this is the one spot where everybody's just gonna complain?
I mean, everyone's got their own, like, it's different for everyone, bro. But, like, there's the same areas, like feet, ribs, back, nipples. Like everyone has the sensitive spots. But some people, like my back's killing me when I'm getting it tattooed. But then I can tattoo people and they'll sleep for 10 hours. You know what I mean? So it's kind of based on person to person. You know what I mean? Like, women take it way better than men. Men are usually, like the big swole dude that comes in looking all mean. Like, he's the one that's going to sit like a bitch, for sure.
Yeah, I would never imagine that. That's funny.
Yeah,
Do
it's
you
all-
have a story you could tell us about like somebody that was just like,
I mean,
where
I-
like every time you almost like where the needle touches him, it's that you were just super bitchy, or it was.
I mean, I've had a lot of people like that. I mean, especially when I was getting started, like doing a lot of walk-ins, and you're doing a lot of people's first tattoos and a lot of stuff like that. That's when you're getting all the nervous people and stuff. By the time people come to me, like no one's just like dropping bread and like getting into my appointment without like kind of being familiar. You know what I mean? And I kind of only book people that I kind of know are going to be ready to sit a whole day. You know what I mean?
Has tattooing always been like your breadwinner, like ever since you were like younger to now, or like were you doing other stuff before tattooing took off?
I mean, I was always slinging drugs, dude. Like from the get-go. Like I mean, I started like I was arrested at 13 selling weed at school. You know what I mean? And then I just was always like I just was known for selling weed. Like all through middle school, high school, college. That's all I did. And then once I got to college, I stopped selling weed because I was like so much anxiety that it was like crushing me. Just like having to watch behind your back every day, dude. Being robbed, being shot at, being pistol whipped. Like I've been through everything, and then I just had to kind of give it up. And that's when I kind of got into tattooing. I started just tattooing people at the house, dude. Like I started an apprenticeship in Austin, and then he was kind of bullshitting me. And like I would go like every now and then, and it just kind of faded off. And then once I finally finished college, I just decided to move to Colorado because like my life wasn't going anywhere down here. And I just kind of like fell ass backwards into an apprenticeship. And he was like the coolest dude ever that like really put me on. Like he had no reason to put me on, you know what I mean? And then I was just working. Like I would wake up at 5 a.m. every day and go to work, and then go be at the tattoo shop every day. And I was there like almost every day, every week. Just learning.
Do you remember that moment, like when like you knew, like I could make a living off of this, or like hey, I could do this for a very long time, and you know my wife, my kids, like we're all gonna be good.
Yeah, I mean it's still stressful to this day. Like I make more money than I ever thought I would making it, but I mean, I'm still young, so I kind of like I'm just coming out of like buying all the dumb shit phase. Like I just scaled up with the money to where like I'm just broke with nicer shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I would just buy more stuff and just like I've only been making good money for like 2 years. And I've already been through all the cars. I've been through like we've moved to all the houses. Like me and my wife have everything we could ever want. And it's cool at first, and then you just kind of burn out on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now it's time to like, maybe it'd be cooler to have a fat ass savings account than like a car that's like a huge car note every month. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, I say that I still have 5 cars, so like.
Yeah, that's the thing. We just had a topic today with our previous guest too, and to talk a little bit about it with you. What is something that you've kind of blown money on that now that you look back at it, you're like, damn, that was a lot of money, or I shouldn't have blown that much money? Is there something that you bought for yourself at an early age that now you feel like I wouldn't do that if I could go back?
I'm so impulsive, bro. So I'm kind of a lucky little bitch because like I always somehow kind of get out of it. Like I always somehow sell it and kind of like end up like even. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I think I've had 20 cars in the last 2 years.
Damn.
Because I just buy them and sell them and buy them and sell them, buy them. Like I'll put some money into it to fix it, and then I'll sell it or I'll trade it, and like I do that. But I mean, I do a lot of Gucci, bro. Like just always Gucci flops 24/7. And like that kind of stuff's not a big hit. Like $300 for me like isn't huge, but I mean I've blown a lot of money just on cars and moving. Like me and my wife haven't stayed in the same lease since we've been married. Like we've been in 7 different houses in 2 years. Because we kind of get bored or we find something we don't like or it's not like the area we want to be in. But I mean, and I'm a gambler. Like I like to bet on fights. I like to go to the casino. So like,
what's like the most amount of money you've lost gambling? Like, is there a certain amount that you remember that's like, damn, if I could go back?
I mean, I never go too crazy, bro. A couple grand, probably like I probably at the casino, like worst ever, probably like 4 or 5 grand.
Still has to sting a little though, right?
I mean, yeah, it stings, but like, but I mean, like some years I'll be just slamming. So like, but I've won like 7, 8, 10 grand at the casino too. So it kind of like I'm at the point where I've done it enough that I'm so used to it. Like I can eat 3 grand there and it's not like a huge sting because like the last time I made 3, you know what I mean? And you get desensitized to that shit. Anything that's kind of like poisonous, you kind of get desensitized to it to where like I'll win $1,000 gambling. I'm like, not enough. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I need more.
What do you do whenever you go gamble? Like, what's your go-to?
Now, dude, I've stepped away from like doing like slots and blackjack and stuff like that because like I've played enough at this point to learn that like you're gonna eat bread every time. Like you're just gonna lose. So the more fun is like doing sports betting, dude.
Right.
Like
100%.
betting on UFC, betting on football and stuff because it's something you enjoy to watch and you enjoy watching it that much more.
Even if you're kind of losing money, it's like.
And I only put like $100 on it, bro. But if you can have $10 on it, dude, and you're gonna be like watching them like a hawk. You know what I mean? You're gonna be waiting for that dude to knock someone out just because you have $10 on him.
Who's your go-to when it comes to UFC? Like, who do you want to see win?
Oh, dude, I'm a big Dustin Diamond Poirier fan, dude. I love Corey Sandhagen. I'm a big Sean O'Malley, dude. I'm waiting for my boy Sugar Sean to come up.
Oh, he's fighting Peter Yan, right?
Yeah, Abu Dhabi.
That's a dangerous one.
That's
boy.
gonna be a
Yeah.
crazy fight.
I'm nervous for him, but I'm putting all my bread on Sean O'Malley just because he's gonna be a big underdog.
Well, that's
dude.
gonna be a big fight. That's his biggest fight yet.
Yeah, I mean,
know about that one.
It's
like,
Izzy Pereira, dude.
That's gonna be fucking.
Yeah,
insane.
Jan O'Malley, and I forget who the second people are, but it's a huge fight, bro.
Isn't it like? Wait, isn't that the? He's fighting under Islam and Oliveira, right?
Yes.
That's
Yeah,
the
Oliveira,
co-main.
Islam, and Izzy.
That's gonna be
and
O'Malley's
insane.
the co-main, yeah.
It's,
saw
it's
Hab-
gonna be. I think it's been the biggest night in the history of the sport, dude. Yeah.
Habib tweeted today saying that he doesn't think Oliveira's gonna make the fight for some reason. It's just like a random tweet. He was like, I don't think Oliveira's gonna show up.
Well, yeah, he did miss weight his last fight, but it was only like by 0.5, you know?
Right, it wasn't like.
He's having trouble getting there though. But I mean, the UFC is gonna make the bread like this Khamzat fight 2 weeks ago. Khamzat was off 8 pounds. They told him to stop cutting. You know what I mean? They're gonna figure out. They'll move it around. Like,
How do you feel about Hamza, bro? You like him?
yeah, he's crazy Czech people,
He's a
bro.
fucking
Yeah,
maniac.
he's crazy, dude.
do you guys feel like that fight was set up with Khamzat missing weight?
Them moving all around was set up for sure.
Yeah.
And I think Khamzat had trouble missing weight before, and I think that like he can't get to that weight healthily, bro. Like they said he was in the like I watched the pre stuff. He was in the bath like passing out, and he was still like 5 pounds off. And the UFC just came up and they just told him to stop, like drink water and like get back to your health. We're gonna move shit around.
Yeah, you could tell when he went to the weigh-ins. I think it's like they do it on Thursday, so it's like where they just weigh in to make sure everybody made weight for the fight night, and you could just tell when he stepped on the scale, like he knew like he was off.
Like,
He was
he
like
didn't give a fuck.
smiling.
He came up
laughing.
smiling. Yeah, he was like, whatever.
Yeah, kind of gave it away that behind the scenes that UFC kind of already told him like, hey, don't kill yourself making this weight. Like we already got something we're working on, or you know.
Yeah, I mean, like, him fighting Nate Diaz or him fighting
Kevin
Holland
Hol-
is the same shit. I mean, if not, it's a better
I
fight.
think Kevin Holland had a better chance than Nate Diaz, bro.
He had a better chance.
Kevin-
Like, dude, imagine what he would have done.
Kevin
No
Holland's
disrespect
that
to Nate.
boy. He's out of Fort Worth right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one?
Kevin Holland, the dude that fought Khamzat, he trains right here at Lutters in Fort
Oh
Worth.
yeah, somebody told me that he's like literally right here out of
The
Fort Worth.
dude that trains me knows him pretty well. Yeah, has helped train him.
Damn, that's badass.
Yeah, he's a local boy like Zombie Joe, one of the big tattoo artists. That's like his tattoo artist. So like,
Elvis, you know who else trains at Letters? You know him, Adis.
Oh yeah.
Bogdanovic, yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
where do you train?
I train here at Carlos Machado in Addison.
Oh, Machado. But yeah, at that place that you just mentioned, yeah, a guy that we know has been training there for like a
Years.
decade.
It's
now.
one of
He
the
competes-
destinations for like good jiu-jitsu. Like Letters runs a good program over there. Yeah.
I don't know about how I feel like with wrestlers and stuff like that. Like I know like they're tough guys, and it's like of course wrestling, even though people say it's fake, it's still kind of like that shit hurts your body. There's injuries and things like that. But like when you see a wrestler running off the ropes, like off one rope off the other, you're like, well, what are you doing? Like these ropes, like they don't really help you with anything, right? Like what does it help when you're pushing off of a rope?
It's
It's
a cage, right?
It's a performance.
Well,
He's
no,
talking.
I'm
He's talking about
about
like
like
WWE.
Like WWE,
Oh,
you
okay,
know,
okay,
like
okay.
it's more of a show, right?
It's
Like
a show, yeah.
So it's like, is it really
it's
just
cool.
bodybuilders that are good at acting, or do you think in the street these guys are actually good fighters?
They're performers, bro.
So what happens in the streets, like?
Are
I
you
mean,
taking John Cena in a fight, bro?
No.
but like
John
a
Cena's a
UFC
legend.
fighter.
But I'm sure they actually train, bro. Like I'm sure that they're like love that kind of stuff. They actually train. But it's a performance. My biggest thing is how many people fucking like it, dude. Like how many people like WWE. When I was just in Nashville, they were having the huge whatever Smashdown thing, and they filled arena, bro. More than NFL, more than anything.
Damn.
Yeah, and it's just hilarious to watch, bro.
Yeah, WWE fans, they're like all in, man.
Every
like, they
double
love
wide in the
that
nation's
shit, dude.
tuning in, bro.
I used to watch it when I was a kid, bro, from like maybe 10 years old to like 14, 15. But I was so tied in where it's like every single, I think it was like Monday Night Raw and then like Friday Night SmackDown. And I'd be so in tune, like, you know, every character.
The
And you-
storylines,
And you're like
yeah.
ride or die for this character. Like, you get so into it. Like, you're watching their whole storyline and everything. And when they get eliminated or when they lose their belt, you're super pissed. Like, you
Next day
really-
at school fucking sucks.
Bro, you really like lock in with these people. So that was pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's like a reality show, bro.
Anyways, I did kind of want to get back to your story. Can you walk us through when you originally had your surgery and what that time felt like for you and just what was going through your head and just kind of like walk us through the emotions you were feeling and just so that people out there watching can get a idea of how that time was for you.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I had just finished college. I moved to Colorado. Like, I didn't have any friends, bro. No family. It was just. I mean, I was with my one homie that I've known for a long time, and we were just living together. And I was struggling. I was doing my apprenticeship. I was working the shit job, like just working at a restaurant, opening every day, and then I would go tattoo every day. So I was kind of worn and burnt out. And then like one day I just had a crazy panic attack, dude. I was working like a night shift, had a crazy panic attack, got like super dizzy. And then from that day even till now, I've been dizzy ever since, dude. Like I had a panic attack, I like kind of freaked out, and then it was just kind of like going like, I didn't go to work for like 6 months after that, dude. Like I was just sick, dude. I couldn't leave the house. I couldn't go in a grocery store. I couldn't go anywhere because I was just dizzy, headaches. Like I just feel like I couldn't even walk, and I was freaking out because I was like, "What is happening to me?" I thought
You
it was,
didn't know what it was
Yeah,
at
I
that point.
thought
You
I was
just kept
dying, dude,
having. But before that, you've never had a panic attack or nothing, and it just randomly started.
I mean, so like I was the kind of dude that like never understood like anxiety in people. Like I was like, "Don't be a little bitch." Like what are you
anxious for,
what
bro?
are you
Like-
talking about? You know what I mean? And then once I had my first panic attack, it was like the scariest thing that ever happened to me. And it was kind of on set because of what was going on in my head. So pretty much I was going to doctors and trying to figure out what it was. Immediately they just like, it's anxiety. They put me on Zoloft. And finally I went and got an MRI, and they're like, dude, you got like, I had like a benign tumor on the back of my head. So it wasn't like cancerous or anything, but it was so big, it was like 4 inches wide. So it was so big that it like shoved my whole brain forward to where my cerebellum was like my cerebellum's still like halfway in my spine.
So what goes through your head when you hear those news? You know, you're
I was-
thinking it's
I
panic
was-
attack,
I was stoked,
anxiety,
bro,
like
'cause I was stoked. It took almost a year to find it, so I thought like there was no answers, and then I finally found it, and I was like, that was the first sign of relief, was that they were going to take it out. You know what I mean? So I was like stoked that I finally found something to blame it on, because I was just sick every day and I had nothing to blame it on. You know what I mean? Like I was failing at work. I was feeling like I didn't have a relationship going on with anyone, and I was just kind of broke and sick, dude. Like
So you just started to look in the like in a positive way, like, hey, I found out what it is. Like, I'm gonna get it
Well,
taken care of. Life's gonna be back to
It
normal.
was short-lived, dude. I mean, I went and got the surgery, and then, like, when I woke up from the surgery, dude, it like, fucked me up. Like, I went into it way too chill, and I woke up, and, like, the recovery was intense, dude. Like, I wore a neck brace for a week, dude. I couldn't sleep. I had all these staples in my head. I was, like, just kind of throwing up everywhere, like, was just sick, and, like, but I was relieved because I thought, like, I got it out. I'm going to feel better now. And I did for, like, a week or two. I think my anxiety went down because it was solved. And then it just came back, and, like literally no symptoms were resolved. So pretty much I went through, like, this crazy surgery that just tore me up, and it didn't fix anything. So then more of bouncing back was a lot of, like, self-work stuff, like a lot of anxiety, kind of the same stuff like Ivan talks about, is, like, reading and watching podcasts and YouTube, and like trying to like learn how to meditate and like calm myself down, because I was in a state of constant like fight or flight, where I was just like adrenaline 24/7. Like I didn't go in a grocery store or a gas station for a year because I couldn't. Like I would go in there and I would spin out and I'd like pass out.
So what eventually made the change to where it kind of went away, or did it ever go
It's
away?
just super gradual. Like sitting right here with you, like I'm still dizzy. I'm dizzy all the time, but I'm so used to it at this point. And I've trained myself to not like freak out. Like it used to be a cycle where I'm like, I'm dizzy, so I'm panicking, and then like panicking making me more dizzy, and I would just like spiral out. But now I can like sit in a room where I'm like bright lights, like I'm tired, I've been tattooing all day, but I'm still just chill. Like it's here and I'm seeing it happen, but I'm not like, it's not me. You know what I mean?
That kind of explains the journey of after you've gone through something like that to finally getting a chance to go through like tattooing and actually getting a passion for it and starting to make some real money, especially like you said, when sitting on the couch for almost a year, feeling, I'm sure, depressed, right? Was
And-
depression a big part of that? Did you feel down, depressed?
Yeah, I'm just kind of angry, like why, like what is happening to me? Like no answers, you know what I mean? And I was still technically in my apprenticeship at that time, you know what I mean? Like I was trying to learn how to tattoo, but I couldn't even sit in a chair and like not have panic attacks, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was like that for the first 2-3 years of tattooing. Like when I came down here to Dark Age and I was working 12 to 12, I was like always having panic attacks. Like I was showing up to work with like nodes from the doctor doing brain tests on me and tattooing.
Damn, that's insane.
And like I would have panic attacks like at work that were so bad that like my client would kind of be like, "What are you doing?" Because like I'll be tattooing, because I mean, I had like little like kind of mini seizures all the time, and I would like be in the middle of a tattoo and I had brain zaps from coming off Zoloft, and Zoloft like made everything worse kind of thing. But I would be in the middle of a tattoo, I'd have to take my gloves off and like sit back, and I'd be like visibly like sweating, like panicking, and just kind of like I'm in the middle of a huge panic attack, but I'm in the middle of a tattoo and I'm like trying to make someone feel comfortable when I'm freaking out.
Do you have like a happy place that you kind of go to at this
No,
point?
I mean at this point, like really, like I'm just like, what's the worst that's gonna happen, bro? I'm gonna fall on the ground. You know what I mean? At this point, like I've been doing it so long that I just can't care about it anymore.
It has to be frustrating when it's like there's no triggers. You know what I mean? It's kind of like
Yeah, it was just because it's always here. Like I wake up, like, and really a lot of it was me draining on my wife, dude, and my kids. Like no matter what, no matter how I feel, I'm taking care of my kids. Like I got to get money for my wife. Like my wife was, I could tell was like she cared and she like wanted to tell you I'm sorry, like and help it. But after a year or 2 years, like you can't. How much can you just tell someone like I'm dizzy, I don't want to do it? Like I wouldn't take her out to dinner, dude. I wouldn't take her anywhere. Like our relationship was suffering because I was just a vegetable, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like at some point I was like, you just got to start doing shit.
Yeah, how are you today? Like when you look back, let's say a couple years back to today, is it like a night and day difference when you think of where you are now and the things you go through now? Is it a lot better than it was back then?
I mean, obviously I've grown a lot, you know what I mean? And like I went from like not doing anything to now I have a lot of responsibilities. So like no matter how I feel, I really kind of get going, you know what I mean? Like I tattooed if I feel good or if I don't feel good because I don't have anywhere to put someone else. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I literally don't. If I get sick, like I got to tattoo through it because I don't have a spot to put anyone else because I pack my shit so tight. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, and like, are you gonna sit at home and try to take care of the 3-year-old sick? Like it's easier to be at work. So there's no easy way to do it. You know?
How did it feel when you had your first child? Because I know, like, I have kids, and it was just a whole nother level of motivation when, you know, you bring a child into this world. How did it feel for you when you first had your child? Did your motivation just skyrocket? Or, like, walk us through what that felt like and
I mean, for
how
me,
your life changed pretty much having a child.
my first with Dahlia, I mean, at that point I was still sick. I was pretty sick. So I was kind of dissociating all the time to where I wasn't in the room with anyone because I was so in my head. And it's like when you have anxiety, you turn into kind of a selfish person because you're only thinking about how this makes me feel. So, I mean, like, I don't really remember having my first kid. Like, I remember being there. I remember being at the hospital. I remember, like, raising her. But, like, I honestly can't remember much from her first year of birth because I was, like, just in my own head.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was so hard, and I kind of, like, I wasn't, like, the most active father or whatever because I was just always making excuses. Like, I feel dizzy. Like, I can't be that tired because I'm dizzy. And, like, I wasn't really there for my wife because of how much, like, anxiety I had. You know what I mean?
Well, how are you today, though? Are you, like, when you look back, let's say 3 years ago to today, do you feel like a completely different person when it comes to anxiety? I know the way anxiety works, it's like you find ways to deal with it. So when anxiety tries to trigger you, you already know how to act so that you don't let the anxiety trigger you. Have you found your points where you don't let anxiety fully take over?
I mean, sometimes it'll spiral, you know what I mean? Like, the more tired I am, like, the more, like, stressful, like, I get overstimulated very easily. Mm-hmm. Like, if I'm in a loud place, like, pretend I'm at, like, a party kind of thing, music's playing, people talking, I get overstimulated. And I just kind of, like, know to just, like, kind of step out and, like, do my thing.
Yeah.
I think a big part of, like, easing my anxiety was that I don't really have to do anything I don't want to do now. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I don't work for anyone. I don't go anywhere where I can't just leave. You know what I mean? Like, I think a lot of anxiety in most people is, like, the lack of control. Just in general life, like, a lot of people get anxiety because they're, like, tied into a job they hate and, like, have to listen to a boss and they, like, hate things. But, I mean, I don't really have to do anything I don't want to do.
That's really good. Like that you're at that point where you kind of have full control of what you want to do, when you want to do it. It kind of helps control
like,
your stress levels and things
and
like that.
And we set up work now. Like, you've been there, like,
yeah.
We're all just vibing, like, watching TV, chilling. I got my fan on me. Like, it's exactly what I want it to be. And if I feel like shit, dude, I'll just tell my dude I feel like shit and I'll go home. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know we touched bases earlier a little bit about you kind of getting into the tattoo industry, and you mentioned how you kind of pretty much tried out here and they told you no, and then you kind of kept just coming and showing up. Can you walk us a little bit through one more time just how that process went, how you officially landed the job to start tattooing, and then walk us through your story of getting bigger and better every day, tattooing bigger, better pieces, and kind of just walk us through the whole journey of from getting that job to where you are right now, just to kind of let the audience out there understand of what it took, and so they can kind of see your grind from that point to now.
Yeah, I mean, I always had a knack for it, obviously. Like, when I started tattooing, I was doing all right from the get-go. Like, I kind of came up in a shop where not everybody was the best, but like, my mentor was really good, and he, like, really, like, helped prepare me. But I started tattooing, and obviously I was fucking cocky because I'm just kind of that dude where I thought, like, I was already good enough to be tattooing. and like I had the brain surgery, dude. I came out. I got my wife like immediately pregnant after, so I'm like sick. I'm dead broke, and I'm like, well, now I got to start tattooing. And my mentor like really wasn't ready to like graduate me, and like he was telling me like I'm not gonna make money for a while, so I just decided to dip out to Texas, where I'm originally from, and I know people and I have like more support. So I came back to my parents' house, and my father-in-law like had a connect at this tattoo shop because that's where he went, and he kind of got me in, and they set it up as like a guest spot, and I kind of pulled up and started tattooing there and just never really left, dude. Like I was just very eager. I was always asking them for walk-ins. I was just kind of like there. And after like 2 weeks being there, the owner, Rimber, who's super cool, he I mean, obviously when I got there, I was trash, dude. I hadn't tattooed that many people that fast in a big atmosphere. And I wasn't used, like I still had to ask him how to use a stencil machine. Like I wasn't good, you know what I mean?
So you were like rookie. This was
Yeah,
your
like
learning experience at that point.
Yeah, like I didn't even know what supplies to buy, you know what I mean? And he told me, he was like, man, like why don't you go like hop around to other shops in town and like kind of get some more XP and like come back once you've kind of got better and we'll look at you again. And then him and Frank, the two owners of Dark Age, they went on a trip. Like they both went on vacation. They went to a convention. I just never left, dude. Like I just stayed there and like hustled the whole month. And then like when they came back, I was literally like dipping and diving them in their own shop. Like I would like kind of see them and I would like not be seen or heard. Like I was just kind of like there trying to make money, and they're like, I guess you work here now, dude. And I was like, I guess so.
At that point, how many walk-ins were you getting like per day? Just to start off with, like at the beginning, you're sitting there on the couch.
That shop's as many as you can take. It's very fast paced. Like I was doing 20, 25 tattoos a day. So I mean, like, and I went from making no money, dude, being an apprentice, to now making like $2,000 a week, which at the time I thought, I was like, this is dope. You know what I mean? And of course I went and bought like an Audi, like just started buying dumb shit. You know what I mean? But I thought I was making good money. But I mean, at that point, like I was still paying a percentage to them. I wasn't charging very much. But when you come from making $9 an hour at a job and you go to there and you jump up, like you think you're like, it's obviously sick. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So when you were working there, and let's say you went through that first phase, at what point did you realize that you're kind of the shit now? You're kind of like, you can do badass tattoos that people actually want to come to you. When did that click for you that people want you to do their tattoos?
Well, being at that shop, dude, I never felt that way, because that shop's like some of the best in the world. You know what I mean? We had like Jose Contreras and Clay Rodriguez and Rimber and Frank and like some people that travel like internationally to come get tattooed by these dudes. So I was like still the smallest fish in that little pond. You know what I mean? But I mean, you're doing these walk-ins, and then still coming back, and they're booking appointments with you. So you tattooed them once, and you're slowly like building a little group of people that get tattooed by you, and you're getting better and you're better. Like every week you're getting better. But I mean, yeah, you just slowly are like getting return clients and coming back. And like the biggest thing for me was always my personality and my punctuality. Like my tattoos weren't as good as the people next to me, but I'm the dude that texts you the day before and like asks you, you got any questions, bro? I'm confirming for tomorrow. I show up, I'm there set up when you get there. Like I'm on time. Like a lot of tattoo artists, like you pull up, they're not even there yet. They'll show up an hour later and they'll be like, what are we doing today, bro? You know what I mean? And I'm always the dude that I drew it the day before. I'm there 15 minutes early. Like I already text you to confirm. And I'm just like super punctual.
Is that a process you still go through today?
Yeah, like I roast every boy at the shop every day, because I'm there at 10 a.m. I'm already halfway through a tattoo. By the time they show up, I already made $1,000. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. Even like when we've done sessions in the past, like I'll get there and he already has the layout ready to go. And within 30 minutes, we're inking, we're going. We'll literally be almost done. And there's somebody else, like another artist, that's still sketching out while his client is sitting over there in the chair waiting. And I'm like, damn, we're almost done. So I definitely get what you mean.
Talking to the boys with their clients sitting out there, and they haven't even talked to them about what they're doing yet. You know what I mean? And for me, like, my biggest thing is like, you're taking advantage of their time by doing that. Like by making your clients sit on the couch, you're telling them my time's more important than yours, because I'm just gonna make you sit there until I'm ready. You know what I mean?
So what made you move from that first shop to another shop? Did you reach a certain level where you felt like, all right, it's time for me to take the next big step? Or what was it that made you leave that shop and go somewhere else to kind of put yourself in a better position?
Paying a percentage. I was paying, like every tattoo I did, I had to give half to the shop.
Shit.
So once I was making bread and they were like my clients, I'm like, dude, I'm doing all the work. I'm booking, like once I was booking all my own clients and they weren't helping me anymore, I was like, I need to keep my own money. So I dipped out to another shop, Rebel Muse, which is like Liz Cook and Daniel Mushaney's shop. And I was only there for like 2-3 months, dude, because they were doing a percentage shit too. And like I got there and I was like, and they were like punctual. They're like, when you finish, like you stay till 6.
When tattoo shops do a percentage, I mean, if you're allowed to say, like, what do they usually charge?
It's usually 50-50, 60-40, bro. Like you'll get 50% or 40%.
Wow.
off
So the shop
tattoo.
will literally take 60%.
They'll take 40%, and you'll keep 60 or like 50-50.
When you think about it, well, I have no fucking idea. But are you the one that's like getting all the supplies and the?
I mean, theoretically, in a percentage shop, they're supposed to provide stuff.
That's not always. the
But
case.
they're like here's some paper towels, give me half your tattoo. You know what I mean? But now, like, obviously I do all my own shit. Like we all just buy our own stuff. And I mean, people think we make like a whole lot of bread, like 2 bands a day, and you just keeping all that. But I mean, anyone that's self-employed knows you're buying your own insurance. You're buying all your own supplies. Like there's so many things that go into it that a company provide that go on top of it. So I mean,
When did you know like you could up your price? Like, was it when you started getting people like booking you? Like, hey, when do you have availability again? And
I mean, I still up my price kind of every 6 months. Like if I'm booking too fast, I'll up my price because, like, if I'm booking that fast, I need to slow it down, and like I'll up my price and it'll book faster. You know what I mean?
right.
So I kind of do it just based on like how my tattoos look. You know what I mean? Like as they get better, I kind of like raise more money, and I mean even like everyone's talking about it, but like inflation, like the supplies cost more for me, like everything costs more for me. Just general life costs more, but I try to steadily raise my rates as my work gets better.
Nice.
You know what I mean? If I'm booking like 8 months out, like I probably need to jack my rate up and get it down to like 2-3 months because there's too much demand. You know what I mean?
So did you go to college, or do you?
Yeah, I have my bachelor's in graphic design.
And what is that, like 4 years of college, right? Or how long did it take you to
I
finish?
did in 2, but
2. That's awesome.
yeah, because I mean, my whole life's just been fucking pedal on the gas. Like, I was taking May semesters, winter semesters, summer semesters. I was doing 18-hour semesters. Like, I just went through there and slammed through it.
Yeah, I mean, and you're still a young guy. Like, you've definitely been through a lot of shit early on in your life. What are some of, like, goals that you look to now that you're like, man, in a few years, I want to achieve this goal? What's something that, like a 5-year goal?
I mean, dude, I had always kind of been thinking like that. At this point, dude, I'm just kind of chilling. Like, I know everyone talks about like residual income, like you want like passive income, you just want like to get paid kind of thing, and like obviously that thing kind of comes. I think at this point I'm just trying to enjoy every day, bro, because everything else comes with it. Like I'm trying to like get to the point where I'm just enjoying the shit I do, and like because I like the last couple of years I've just been focused on working. I'm trying to get to the point where I just am getting into stuff where I enjoy like every day.
Do you want to eventually have like your own tattoo shop, or are you more the type that just wants to chill back, do your job, and
I mean, my
go home?
situation right now is so good, like the way I have it, that it almost is like financially it doesn't even make sense to open a shop. But obviously I've been looking in Nashville, like thinking about opening one there. And I mean, I'd probably open a different business, you know what I mean? Like my whole life is tattooing. It'd be cool to like get into something else and learn it. I'm trying to just get enough bread to the point where I can just kind of do whatever I want and hop around to different businesses until I find one I like.
When you do tattoos and things like that, have you ever had somebody walk in and just kind of get like a crazy tattoo or something where you're even like, are you sure you want to do this? I know when we hung out with Ivan, he was telling us some stories as well about just some crazy tattoos, about girlfriends getting tattoos of their boyfriend's name, almost spelling it wrong. Do you have any like crazy tattoo stories?
I mean, I've had like crazy clients all the way to crazy tattoos. Like, I mean, I tattooed a line from a chick's center of her forehead all the way down to the middle of her chest, straight down her whole face.
A line?
Yeah, like a blue line from the center of her face all the way, like nose, mouth, everything to the center of her chest.
Bro, you would almost think like you
into
need
a
to
spiral.
sign like some type of
I did.
form or
A
something
legal
where it's like I am
document for
like a
that.
legal document where it's like
I
I'm
think
not
I think I
responsible
did,
for
bro.
you.
I think I did. She came in, she asked for it. I told her, I said, think about it for 4 more months, like 3 or 4 more months. And if you still want it, I'll do it.
Yeah.
So I sent her away, and then she came back 4 months, stoked as fuck. And I was like, well, let's do it, dude. And
Dude, we need to check on this person. We need to.
yeah, she was super cool. When I finished, I was like, dude, I mean, it looks like you needed that, bro. Like it looked good on her.
Damn.
Like some people, like, I mean, obviously the way I look, like, some people just like express themselves in cool ways. Like I think it was some anime shit, like something from an anime. And I thought, like, when I finished, I was like, it's pretty sick, dude. You know what I mean? Like,
That's
I mean-
actually, I mean, that's like so outside of the box.
Have you done
man.
a lot of
That's
like
cool
face
as hell.
tattoos?
Yeah, I mean, I've tattooed everywhere. I've tattooed all sorts of stuff. You know what I mean? I prefer to do like head tattoos, like more impactful tattoos, just because like it's different. You know what I mean?
But so pretty much when it comes to like, I know we're talking about like crazy tattoos. A person walks in and whatever they want, right? You ask them once or twice, are you sure? If they're sure, you just pretty much do it. Like, let's say somebody walks in and it's just something super crazy. Like, I just wanted to say car under my, eye. And you're like, but literally, like, that's what I'm saying. It's literally like, what the fuck? Like, why would you do this? When that happens, do you just kind of tell them like, all right, are you sure? They say they're sure, and you just go to work, or is it like
At this point, I don't even care, bro. I'm like,
Yeah.
let's do it.
You know?
I'm like stoked on it. Like the weirder, I'm like, let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like, whatever, dude. You know what I mean? I used to be like, no, like it's gonna be on your body forever, kind of thing. And now, like, I'm like, let's do it, dude. You know what I mean? Like, if you really want it, let's do it.
Yeah, plus everybody likes different things, you know.
And
People
I
are coming
like
in to get what they want and makes them happy.
I mean, yeah. They wake up in the morning and they look at the mirror and that shit makes them feel good. Like, more power to you, bro.
Yeah, that's what it should be about, you know. How it makes you feel personally.
We gotta set up a little bet, Los.
Who, me and you?
Yeah.
What do you want to bet on?
I mean, he's been tattooing you a while, right?
Yeah,
a couple months.
Are you trying to make a bet where it's like if I lose the bet, I need to get a tattoo?
Yeah.
For the rest of my life?
For the rest of my life?
The rest of my life? Yeah, of course, man.
Okay, well, what's the bet, bro?
What's the
Don't
deal?
do,
Yeah, pitch
don't
it,
do
pitch
something
it.
crazy, bro.
I don't know, man. I mean, somewhere you wear shorts a bunch. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Get you something on your leg, man.
I mean, make it easy on me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you already have the upper body tats, right? You got the arm, then you got the chest piece.
But what is the bet? Like, what do you want? What do you want from me?
We get to 15,000 followers by the time this video is released. No, 7 days after this video is released. If we do that, you gotta get that leg tatted up, man.
Can't, bro. The only way I'll do it is like 20,000 followers. Has to be something like insane, bro. Like, hell no.
Oh, you
Let's
reach
meet
it,
in the
man.
middle. Let's meet in the middle.
17.5.
I'll do like 19.5.
Kind of fucking negotiating this, bro.
Bro, 19.5. Take it or leave it, bro. You're talking about the rest of my life.
I say 10,000.
We can hit it with.
Bro, just do an even number, 20,000. If we get to 20,000,
You just went up from 19.5 to 20.
bro, because I don't want a random ass tattoo on my
Have you ever
body, bro.
negotiated anything in your life, bro? That's not how that works, man.
If we get to 19,000 followers, 7 days after this episode drops, I'll get a tattoo of your choice on my body done by Ethan.
Shake on it right now.
Don't do no clown shit. Like, it has to be something that actually looks dope, bro.
Yeah.
Can I see it before he starts tattooing, or it's just
I
like I,
think
want
that's
to
fair.
know?
Th-
Yeah,
Yeah,
me
that'd
and
be
Ethan
fair.
get crazy. We getting creative, bro. Exactly.
Don't do no butt
He's
cheek
getting,
tattoos,
come
bro.
on, bro. It's nothing crazy. You know he's into the medieval. Yeah, we
Y'all
gonna take care of it.
y'all gonna
Ethan
work
will take
something
care
up?
of you.
Damn. Have you ever had people just? I mean, I know we just talked about it a little bit, but where it's like some crazy shit that you've just had to do.
I mean, the hardest thing is just when people show up and they're like, "What do you want to do?" You know what I mean? Like the world's so big, like that.
Well, how do you feel like where you're kind of having like a rough day and they come in and they don't know what they want and they want you to do all the work?
Every day, dude. Almost every day.
Damn.
It's usually like do whatever you want to do, like have artistic freedom, but not like that. You know what I mean? So you're doing a lot of like trying to design when they don't really know what they want. And I'm kind of at the point now where like I'm like go home and like kind of figure out what you want and come back when you know. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
like
Yeah, because you're wasting your time. You know,
I'm not gonna-
you're
yeah.
sketching it up, and then they're like, no, and then it's like just come to me when you know what you want. Let me
yeah,
just
like
think
dial it in and come back. You know what I mean? Because it's just.
Are you freehanding any of your work, man?
I mean, I do a lot of Sharpie and stuff on. Like, I do a lot of, like, just freehand background, stuff like that. Especially if it's, like, going to be some neo-trad or some traditional. It's a lot easier to draw on, like, gap filler stuff. But I do a lot of realism, so it's all stencils, you know what I mean?
Right. Nah, that makes sense.
you super proud of like where your career is at right now, or do you feel like
Oh,
you
you
kind of
got it.
keep pushing yourself where you're like, man, I can do better, or are you
Obviously-
kind of confident at this point where it's like anybody that comes in, you're gonna kill it? Like, is there anybody that could come into your shop right now that's like where it might be a huge celebrity that you're just kind of like shocked by them, where you'd feel nervous doing a piece?
No, and I almost, like, I almost prefer not tattooing, like, famous people because they kind of, like, expect more or expect it for free or, like kind of more bougie about it. And I'm like, the homeboy Joe next door is going to pay the same price. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing really special about it. It's cool meeting, like, most of it is just meeting cool people, meeting, like people from jobs you never think of. And like people that get tattooed by me at the level now are all kind of like an entrepreneur, own their own business. Like anyone that's off on a Tuesday all day spending that kind of money, like kind of has their life together. You know what I mean? So talking to people of all different like I have a connection for everything just from tattooing. You know what I mean? Like the AC breaks at the house, I got a dude that does HVAC. You know what I mean? I got a dude that does cars. I got a dude that does jewelry. Just because you meet so many cool people.
At some point, it can become a trade-off. It could be like, I'll take care of you on this tattoo, man, but my car.
Yeah, and I trade most things these days. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. What am I good for, bro?
He said, "What am I gonna
Like, what
be
can I
tattooed,
trade
man?
for? Yeah, bro. Is there anything I'm good for that I could trade for?
Fucking useless."
But I mean, even just picking your brain is like useful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I meet someone like you, like I probably did it to you the first 10 minutes. I'm always like, what do you do for work, dude?
Yeah.
And I'll just beat you to death while I tattoo you, asking every question about like.
Bro, you'll throw a lot of people off because like when they first see you, they almost get like intimidated, and that's because of like the tattoos and stuff. And then like
Then my little soft voice comes out, bro.
5 minutes into the conversation, it's like, oh, this guy's super cool, like, and it's always super cool conversations because you tattoo for like 8 hours. You're just chilling there with the same person for like 8 hours, and you get to kind of really like build a relationship and kind of get to know each other. And like I found out your whole story, like with the surgery and everything, like the first time he did a tattoo on me. It's like you get to know so much about a person just through that.
Yeah, I mean, I
session.
spend more time with these people than my family. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
you have to kind of surround yourself with cool people because, yeah, like if it's someone I don't like, I'm gonna be stuck next to him for 10 hours. Like sometimes you kind of weed clients just by the people you get along with. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I might not vibe with you, but the dude next to me might. You know what I mean? So I think that's a lot of people when they book a tattoo, they want to come meet you first before they commit to a whole back piece. You know what I mean?
Is every
The
tattoo
appropriate
like
amount.
normal to you at this point, or when somebody comes in, or is there some requests that are just like wild, where you almost feel like this should be a joke or this should be a dare? You know, like somebody's first tattoo, and it's like at a place where you're like, well, this is your first tattoo ever, and you want this like right, you know, above your eyebrow, like.
At this point, everything's pretty chill.
Yeah.
Yeah, like all that's kind of like fizzed out at this point. Nothing really shocks me anymore. Like it's all kind of, as my style has dialed down, like everyone kind of comes to me for my shit. So like you're not gonna hit up like I'm not gonna go find the best artist on my spot to go get a joke. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What about in your younger days? Have you ever done a piece where you just might have accidentally made a mistake and like you're almost done with the piece and you realize, oh shit, I've missed the piece or I've done something wrong?
Every tattoo, dude.
Yeah.
Every single one, dude.
You've seen the tattoo, I'm sure, that's gone viral everywhere where it's like the regrets is spelled wrong. Like,
Yeah.
and they're like, you don't have any regrets, not even one letter, because it spells out like rejets or something like that.
Right.
And you kind of build that into like your whole process of like eliminating any chance of that error.
What's like the biggest error you've made, if you can publicly say? I mean, it's back in the day. Well,
I mean,
now you're a superstar in our eyes.
I mean,
so.
thankfully, it's never been anything crazy, dude. You know what I mean? I mean, like sometimes you'll be filling in a design like some Polynesian or something where it's like skin black, skin black, skin black, and you'll skip to the wrong one. And I mean, you just gotta kind of wing it on the spot. I mean, I've accidentally like dragged a line on people before, where like I'll be tattooing them and then they'll drop their phone and I'll reach for it and I'll drag a line down their arm. But I mean, it happens, dude. Like the coolest thing about getting tattooed is that it's human. Like it's not, you're not looking just for that picture. Like it's a dude doing it on you.
Yeah.
So like, shit happens. You know, like I'm a human. Like I'm not gonna perform perfect every day.
Do you have anything under the beard like that we can't see right now? Is there any tattoos
Just my
under
neck
there?
tattoo comes up here, but
Oh, it comes all the way up?
but the next time I shave my beard, I'll probably do my cheeks. I'm like
Yeah.
waiting to shave my beard to do my cheeks. Yeah.
Don't get rid of it, man. That's,
Yeah, it
that's,
looks
that's a
good.
killer beard, bro.
Something might happen, dude.
Oh,
I
man.
don't know. I'll shave it at some point. I got a mean double chin under here, dude. That's why I keep the beard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you do shave, you got to come on the show. Like, we got to do that shit
Oh, yeah.
here, bro.
Yeah, like the day I shave it, I'm gonna get tattooed.
We'll go like live with the audience and stuff like that, where we'll get like a whole bunch of followers watching and shit, and then like we'll shave it live with everybody,
I'd shave the shit out of it.
with everybody in the comments yelling, "No, don't do it."
I'm trying to hit my waistband before I shave it for sure.
Yeah.
I've come so far, like I might as well just leave it. You know what I mean?
All right. No, bro, this is such a fucking random ass question.
No, let's get into some
There-
random.
no,
shit
I
like
swear to God,
that.
there's this. All right, so fucking silverback gorilla, grizzly bear, meet in the fucking forest. Who you got winning that fucking fight?
Gorilla for sure.
Gorilla?
Yeah, for sure.
What you got any?
Gorilla. Have you seen the gorillas in the zoos?
You see the fucking grizzly bear, dog?
Gorillas are so much. They got the same strength. They're just so much more active, bro.
Gorilla all day, bro.
That's crazy. I'm going grizzly bear. I
They
ain't
can
gonna
crawl
lie
up
to
a
you.
tree and drop down on that bear so easy, bro.
Bro, did y'all see what's the little things called in? Is it like in India and Asia, the little monkey things, bro? That are
Little monkey
bro,
things?
What are they called?
You gotta
know
give
what
me
I'm talking
more
about?
description.
Bro, they're like they're I swear to God, they're like little monkeys, bro, and they're literally going around like killing all the dogs and shit.
What the fuck are
No,
you
this
talking
is true.
about?
I've actually heard
This
about
is
this.
yeah, bro. This is
I
a
just
true
can't remember
story.
which country.
Are y'all
it was.
living in the
It's true.
same world
No,
as
no,
me?
Like,
They
let me
actually
tell
killed
you
a
how.
baby. Like that's not funny or anything.
Yeah.
But they actually like it's really a thing.
Bro,
that's
I
going
swear
on.
to God, I think it's in India or Asia. Like, I'm not sure, but they're having this huge attack of like these little monkeys just going through the city, and they'll literally like they'll take a dog or a cat, like climb up a tree and just chunk it down, like kill it on the spot.
Like some coyote monkeys.
Yeah,
They're
bro,
literally
some
going rogue.
Crazy shit. But here's where it got like super intense. It was like there was like a family on the like a third story balcony with like a 6-month-old baby, and they didn't know, and like one of those monkeys just literally like jumped somehow onto the balcony and just like pretty much like just grabbed the like. Well, I was trying to beep so that we don't get taken down, but yeah.
I mean, I'll watch my profanity.
Yeah,
but
yeah, Josh.
God.
Yeah, cut that part out. You know, because like YouTube, it gets very sensitive, especially these days. Like, please give us our first strike in writing, mail it to our address. Don't just take our shit.
Nah,
down.
man, seriously, that's ridiculous.
You can say whatever you want on YouTube as long as you don't get into politics and shit like that.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
if
nah,
you
man.
mention the guy's name with the orange guy with the hair, they ban you right away.
Mr. Cheeto, yeah.
Oh, that's Cheeto. I don't even have an opinion on that, man.
He's the goat.
Don't get me
Mr.
started.
Cheetah, yeah. Bro, but I'm not. Never mind.
I literally
I was gonna
can't believe that
say
they're.
Biden's name, and I was like, let's just not even go into
I know,
politics.
right?
YouTube, we love you. We
Sleepy
support
Joe, bro.
you.
The society we live in nowadays, you can't even talk about presidents and.
Yeah.
I'm still stuck on the fact that there's an army of rogue monkeys in India.
Bro, I swear,
Assaulting
Josh,
people.
if you can later on clip these little monkeys into the clips so the people out there
need to
can
see
see
this.
what we're talking about. This is literally an army, bro. Like, these guys run the streets. They come out and they move so fast, right? So they're like swinging, moving around, and they'll just like swing from a tree down, grab you, chunk you, and they literally, bro, like they'll throw an animal into a wall and it's like gone on the spot.
How big are these fucking monkeys?
Bro, they're like this small, but they're dangerous.
I'm trying to get me one, dude.
Yeah, at this
Yeah.
point, I need a bodyguard, bro.
Like, I almost got a monkey like 6 months ago, but these are different
Bro,
types
this
of
is my
monkeys.
brother, and I don't even know this. You have these ideas, and you don't even consult me?
Bro, the thing is, like, you always think of like, what's the next, wildest thing you could get, and I didn't want to get a, lion or a tiger because that
would
shit
fucking
could get a
hope
little wild. So I figured, a monkey would be pretty safe. And
Like
then,
a little bubbles,
Pretty
like Michael
safe.
Jackson?
Yeah, bro, but then you get these like, and I get anxiety sometimes, right? So you get these crazy ideas. It's like monkeys are pretty wild, bro. Like this thing has hands. It can, like this thing could literally fucking beat my kid up. And what am I supposed to do to this monkey? It's like, it's still a pet.
Yeah,
There's
am
no
I-
like
am I-
trouble. What
am
am
I
I
gonna
supposed to
kill
do?
this
Give it
pet?
away? Like
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
could literally like, hurt your child, send it to the hospital. And it doesn't know. It's just gonna look at you and,
It thinks it's a game.
yeah.
Like, how would you discipline a monkey?
I mean, you gotta send it like, yeah. How would you? You can't ground
He's
him.
asking him like he knows. It's like, yeah, man.
Well, you said you want one too, so I'm thinking like, would you put him in the cage? Like, what do you do, bro?
I don't know. They're pretty intelligent, bro. I think
Pretty fucking
I
smart.
think they would know that they were doing wrong.
Like, what would Peter say like if you just beat his ass? Like,
Yeah.
I
don't
would that be
think-
considered animal abuse?
no way,
sure.
like
It's a fucking
they
animal.
would, right? I don't
Yeah,
know.
for sure.
Because the animal can't
They-
defend itself, bro. The monkey can defend himself.
Right.
Like,
They'd probably be like, "Why you got a monkey, bro?"
now what happens if you have if Peter comes after you and you show like you have like a Ring camera or something, and it literally like you have footage of that monkey just like slapping the shit out of you.
They'd
Like,
probably-
you can't
they'd
tell
probably
me
be
like,
like-
who do we go to?
Self-defense. You
Now
gotta-
animal is abusing us.
You'd probably just
Yo.
You know what I mean? Like we can get abused, right? A dog, you could be on the couch sleeping, a dog could come piss on you, all this. You got nobody to report. Like the animals can't get in trouble. But if you try to
I'm gonna go pee- I'm gonna go
punish
pee
the
real
animal,
fast.
even a little bit,
I'm gonna go pee off.
yeah,
Oh,
go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah.
Even if you do like a little bit, you're like, how do you punish an animal without it being extreme, without the animal lovers coming after you?
If a monkey slaps me, bro, I swear to God, we are fighting to
Would
the
you
death.
backhand them right off the couch?
We're fighting to the death, bro. Like bro, like you're not putting your hands on me like that.
It comes down to like what the animal really did, like, and then your actions have to justify
If
what
you
it
wake up
did.
at 7 fucking a.m., coffee in your hand on the way to work, and your pet monkey smacks you,
Like smacks you. It's different with dog and cat. Like they
Yeah,
can't
I mean,
do that. But
no.
a monkey, like
he
the
knows
thing-
why he did that.
And
He had a
monkey's
reason to
age
slap
is different. So it's like you might have this monkey for like 4 years, but in monkey age, he might be like a 30-year-old Jeez,
grown-ass
you know,
man,
so
bro.
you might just
Basically,
literally
with that
slap the
slap.
shit out of you. Like, what
That's
are you
That
gonna
slap,
do?
he's trying to tell me like this is my house.
Yeah, this is, bro. It's me time now.
But what do you do? Like, how do you make PETA be like, that monkey deserved that butt whooping? Like, you see, I'm even saying butt
ain't
instead of
telling PETA
ass. I'm
shit.
trying to be so appropriate.
Yeah, who said Peter would find out?
Yeah, Peter don't gotta know nothing.
So what if the monkey has belt marks on his ass the next day?
Oh, I'm sneaking you tomorrow. I swear to God, you got a frying pan to the head.
Let me show you. This is we got it pulled up on the big screen right now. This is the killer monkeys right here, bro. You got a clip.
Video?
Hold on.
Watch this video right here. Look at these guys, bro.
They look evil.
Like, this shit is
Yeah, look at that
insane.
face.
No, he's
bro.
40 years old. He is fucking 40 years
He
old.
has
bro.
no good intentions.
No, none at all.
Just look at his facial expression.
But
Look
as
at
far
him.
as I can tell, that dog is hunting him. Nah.
It seems like they're trying to get rid of like the dog population or something because they look at them as threats maybe or
Bro, this. Yo.
But look how he just grabs it and runs, bro. Like, look at this shit. Just literally on top of the roof, and it's about to like throw him off the roof,
Yeah.
and that's it.
but
Like,
it's not eating him. It's just trying to eliminate him.
but the same way it grabs those dogs, it's gonna grab kids, like little kids.
Right.
It's easily gonna grab a kid, bro.
Yeah, it's not thinking is this a dog?
And
is
what are
this
you
a
supposed
kid?
to
It's
do
just-
as a parent? Like, it literally grabs it, and it's like, look, like it's up on the roof within 3 to 5 seconds, bro. And you're just watching your kid gone. Like,
Yeah, I definitely do think they have something going on where when they see something their height, their weight, they look at it as like
gotta
a
get rid of
threat.
him.
Yeah, like we gotta eliminate that.
yeah, but these guys run the streets over there. Like, what do you do? Like,
Yeah,
it's insane.
gang-
Like, I'd be
gang,
scared to
gang.
go outside if I was over there, bro. Like, or at least like
Kick
my
the shit out of one
children,
of
you
them
know.
boys.
Yeah, kids for sure.
How many dogs does it take to take down one monkey?
7.
Yeah,
7 dogs?
100%.
Yeah, 7.
What is a dog gonna do? He only has his neck to work with. Pause.
Well, how many chihuahuas does it take?
15.
15. Like, yeah, at this point, they gotta just
Yeah, but where they
run
fucked,
in
yeah,
and
but
go
where they,
crazy
where,
at this
where they
point.
fucked up is after they killed a human, you know? Because now you can get wiped out easily.
Yeah.
Would you rather fight 5 of these little dudes or like one full-blown orangutan?
5 of these easily.
I'd stay away from these guys.
Yeah,
bro.
I'm saying one orangutan we can go toe to toe.
Toe to toe.
Yeah. Instead of 5 little
You get them on the
monkeys
ground and
grabbing
just elbows. I don't know, man. These they fucking look dangerous.
Bro,
That one on the left right there, we got to get this on the screen for the people at home.
I'm
Like,
traumatized by Rugrats.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. Fuck that.
I don't even know what made the male on the right want that one on the left. That one on the left just.
But look at
looks-
that little baby. So if you imagine the dog taking away that little baby, bro, these two, the mom and dad, bro, they look like they'll wipe the whole family.
Yeah, this guy
like
taking this
everybody's
picture.
gone, bro.
Whoever took this picture, this is probably the last thing he ever did in his life. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like,
Yeah, they caught
this
him.
is where it ended for
Yeah,
him,
they
bro.
caught him.
Bro, but have you ever seen a kangaroo throw hands?
They throw feet.
They throw
Bro, they don't throw hands.
They
throw
kick-
feet.
They're kickboxing.
But we're
They
just
have
gonna
their
say,
hands in their
like
pockets,
hands.
matter of fact.
Like, bro, have you seen a kangaroo fight?
They box, bro.
Man, like it's insane the way they literally weave back and like it's just so natural to them the way they box. And
I need to see Israel Adesanya kickbox a fucking kangaroo.
Kangaroos are deadly, bro.
Yeah.
do you have any animals?
Out at the farm, bro, we got a dog. We got a whole bunch of cats.
Yeah, I have a cat. I'm a cat person too.
Yeah, cats are the moon.
Oh, they're
I mean,
just
we've
badass.
had rabbits, bro. We've had a bunch of stuff.
I don't know. I saw there was like on the shore of like Virginia, some fucking state. I don't know. No, it was Brazil, bro. I swear to God, it was Brazil. It was like the attack of the alligators, bro. I swear to God, bro. There was like over 1,000 alligators that washed up on shore, bro, in Brazil. It was insane. Like there's a picture of it from a helicopter. It's like just an endless line of they're on top of each other. It's just they washed up from somewhere. So
Bro, do you have like a fear of a certain animal? Like for example, me, like bro, snakes. I swear to God, if I've seen a snake, like I feel like I'd pass out before it even tries
Snakes
to
and
come
spiders,
to me.
bro. L speed rays, dude.
Really?
Yeah, I don't fuck with spiders at all.
I got fucking bit by a brown recluse in his garage one time, bro. He set me up. I
That's,
ain't gonna
that's
lie.
my biggest fear, dude.
Yeah. No,
Well,
spiders are terrifying, bro. I went to go like, cause he was out of town, so I was like taking care of his like cat and dog, and then I was like walking out the garage, and I know he has a son and a daughter, and I saw 3 spiders, and I was like, I'll take care of it, cause at the time I wasn't scared of spiders, so I was like, let me get these out of here. There's no reason for me to tell him they're there, and then I'll take care of them.
You learned real fast.
Real fast. That was the dumbest shit I ever done in my life, bro. I picked up 3 of them. I went and put 2 of them down, bro. Third one, I didn't know where he went. And I was like, he's not on me. So it's good now. And then, like, I don't even know how long it was later. Just like my arm just hurt.
Yeah, you got bit in the car, right, on the way home?
Yeah, dude, that was the scariest shit because I fell asleep. I woke up like a couple hours later, and my whole arm right here was just like gigantic.
Damn, bro.
Shit, I was so scared.
Bro, at my ranch, this was my first time like seeing a snake, and I was getting out the driveway, and I look at the side of the grass. It's like a fucking 6-foot snake just right there moving.
Yeah.
I literally froze, bro. I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like, I've never encountered a snake, and it's my biggest fear. And I'm in the car.
You got the family with you?
No, just my wife was with me at the time, and she's like, well, just run it over. And I'm like, fuck that. Like, I'm thinking, like, it's going to wrap around the tire, and then what am I
Flip the
supposed to
car
do?
over.
Like, I'm not getting out to look at it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, now, what if it's not dead?
What would stuff it through, bro?
So anyways, I just watched the snake kind of go away, and then the craziest shit happens to me, at least. The snake starts going up a tree, bro.
You know they could do that?
Bro, I never knew that snakes could go up trees. Like this whole
you never
time,
seen
you know,
Tarzan,
you're always looking at like the ground for a snake, like the corners and this. When I found out that not only do I have to check the ground, but I need to look above me too, bro, it was over with. Like at that point,
Well,
I'm
they
like,
got
what
the
do
whole
you
ranch
do,
away.
bro?
The good thing about snake spiders is they don't really target humans. It's kind of like if you run into their space and their
You step on a snake kind of thing.
Yeah, they kind
Which
of
is why
they're
I
more
was-
reactive. They're not more like, hey, I'm gonna. But that's man, I get so scared of like when I'm sleeping, like you're lacking, you know. So it's like a spider could just it could violate. No, a spider could just violate you, you know. Like
Yeah.
just chill on you for 8 hours.
Just watch you, and as soon as you wake up, just right
Yeah,
then and there.
like,
Just because
literally, he'll sit there, and when you wake up and see him, like, oh shoot, it bites you right then and there.
he's playing with you. No, that's ridiculous. That's why I was so mad because, like, when I picked up them 3 in your garage, I was like, yo, I was trying to help y'all because my brother would have killed y'all. So I was like, they don't know, but I'm trying to move you into the grass. Just go venture out, bro. You're supposed to be out there anyways. You're not
Bro,
supposed to be in the garage.
Speaking of spiders, bro, how did it feel tattooing Ennis's face earlier?
I just met this dude, bro.
Said, fuck it. He got 3 shots tequila in him.
Well, so
He getting it in.
why do people tattoo a spider? Like, what's the meaning
I got
behind a spider?
2 spiders on me. I don't know.
Is there a meaning behind it, or?
I mean, originally spider stuff is like Russian prison shit, but
Oh, for real?
like the spider web on the elbow is like notorious like Russian prison tattoo.
Shout out to all my Russians.
Damn.
I think most people just get stuff they think's cool. You know what I mean?
For sure. I mean, not every tattoo has a meaning behind it, but I didn't know that was like a Russian prison thing. That's actually really cool.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I've actually seen that, like on people.
You'll see a bunch of people walking around with it. Yeah.
I've heard that like you get a koi fish tattoo. That's like Chinese.
So
or
what you're
Japanese
saying is, if I
gang
see
or
a
something.
web on an elbow, that guy did some time,
Not anymore.
or he knows somebody that. Did,
Probably
oh,
not.
not anymore.
Everybody's soft now.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah.
Nowadays it's hard to tell, right? Because people will get something that like means something, but it looks cool, you know? Like the teardrop, you know? Like I know that's infamously known for like, seeing somebody get killed or you killing somebody. But now somebody might just get it because it's like, hey, it looks.
Yeah.
Is that some type of way of snitching on yourself, though, when you have the teardrops? Like, would it make the, people want to investigate if you're pretty much saying you... 'cause
DJ
it means
Vlad
you have
might.
a body, right? Like,
The last dude I
That is
met
the feds.
with a teardrop on his face pistol whipped me. So
oh,
Damn.
damn.
yeah, homeboy, this dude named Freedom, who's doing like life in prison now.
Freedom?
Yeah, which is the dumbest fucking name.
Isn't that ironic?
Yeah.
That is crazy.
What did you do?
I was just trying to sell him some weed, bro. Apparently, and then I had gone to alternative school, DAP, bro. Like from after I got arrested, I went to alternative school, and he was there. So this was like 5 years prior. So I knew this dude. He was like 10 years older than me. And then I was going to sell some weed to someone, and that boy Freedom, I saw him walking up to the car, and I recognized him, and I was like, oh fuck.
Anybody that has a name that's not an actual name, you need to watch out for.
Yeah, he ended up, dude, that dude's crazy. He ended up doing like, I think he's doing like 20 years in prison because they were like smoking they broke into like a show house, what's it called? At a new development, the house that they show, the model home.
Oh, right.
There's a bunch of dudes, like goons, broke into a model home and they were like hotbucks in his house smoking, partying, and the cops showed up. And he like fought like 5 cops, bro. Went on a big chase, like hidden bushes, like
fought
went
5
on a
of
big
them?
chase, bro. Yeah, like he let everybody escape the party while he like ran down the stairs and like attacked these cops, dude.
Is he a big guy?
Yeah, he's jacked, bro. He looked like an NFL cornerback.
Oh, that would suck being a cop and like,
Right?
you
You
get
just,
sent
like-
to this house and it's like,
You just thought it was a
And,
normal
and
night.
a homeboy Freedom's coming at you, yeah. For sure.
Yeah, no, dude.
When you got a nickname like Freedom, bro.
Yeah,
you know
that's just such a
shit's
crazy
over.
nickname. I wonder how you earned
Yeah.
that.
I
No,
think
imagine
that-
just being a police officer and like you chilling, doing your normal patrol. It's like we got to break into a house. There's like 200 people doing a party. You get there and This motherfucker named Freedom just walking down the stairs, no shirt.
You definitely get the name Freedom by doing time, right? Because that's how you think of it. Like, you start thinking about freedom.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's fucking. Let me stop speaking on freedom, bro.
Bro, we've touched on a lot of topics from like Canelo to tattooing to like your whole life story. And like a lot of people out there didn't know like some of the stuff you've gone through and things like that. So we appreciate you like sharing that with us and with just our audience and everybody out there that like deserves to know the full story. And man, thank you for coming to our show.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing everything. And we should definitely have you back soon to kind
Yeah,
of
with
get
no
an
beard.
update, like a 2.0, especially if you do shave your beard. Like, we got to do that on the show. Like, we got to go live and just
I don't know if he's
shave
gonna
it
trust
all
us.
off.
My wife will be pissed if she ain't there, bro, for sure.
Anyways, that was an
No, that
epic
was banging. That was banging
conversation
for sure.
to all the fans out there. Good night. See you soon.